Hello my Crafty Carrot Collective friends. Today I am bringing you the bonus tutorial from the Sweet Sentiments program that we've been running throughout February. Thank you so much for shopping with us in January so that you were able to access this wonderful program of tutorials and other interactive content, and I really hope that you've had a good time with us. We've enjoyed having you along for the ride, and we do hope that you've had a good time through the program too. If you would like to join us through March, it's still not too late to make a purchase. You could pick up the Basket Bunch stamp set, which is a really cute one for any Easter projects you've got coming up over the next month, or you could pick anything from your wish list and just shop with one of us using the hostess code to get access to a whole month of fun for next month as well. Today I'm bringing you the bonus tutorial, so that's this one. You'll get the PDF, will be released after the video goes live on our Facebook group. I decided to go with a bit of a background concept for you today. So I'm going to show you how to create a really bold graphic sentiment layer to go on any of your projects. So that's that one there. In my tutorial I've got two projects for you, so there'll be the enjoy card as well as the thank you. I'm going to detail the thank you one for you today. You'll see the step-by-step instructions for the enjoy card in the tutorial PDF documents. If you've got any questions at any time, don't hesitate to pop on the email and let me know. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so as I mentioned, there's two designs that feature in the bonus tutorial for you this month. Today I'm just going to show you this one here with the many thanks. And the reason I'm demonstrating this one is because they have the exact same techniques to put them together, and you'll see that in the instructions. But with the many thanks, there is just a little bonus step of masking the sentiment as I go down. With the enjoy, I was able to just stamp on repeat quite easily. But with the many thanks, I'll show you on the block. So that's the stamp there. And you can see that the top line and the bottom line are exactly the same. So when you repeat them, you would have two of these cursive thank yous right next to each other. To help it flow a little bit better, I've masked off this bottom sentiment so that as we went along, we've just got that really great alternate. And I'll show you that as we go. So I've got a Whisper White card base here, which I'm just going to set aside. And I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock. It's the same width as my card front, so it's going to sit on there. And it's about 3 centimeters wide. I'm just going to use this as a bit of scratch paper. It's always good to have something to catch any bits that might be coming off the edge. I've got a post-it sticky note here. I'm using my Memento black ink, inking that up, and I might stamp first, just like that, and I'm going to cover that up like that, and I'm going to line that up so that the first line is going to go back like that. So the top line is now being caught on the sticky note. And I'm going to repeat that until I have covered the strip. So depending on the sentiment you choose, you may or may not have to do this step. It's just because of the way this one lined up. Repeating until I cover the strip there. There we go. Almost finished. I think I'm just going to do one tiny one to cover that little bit of white space there at the bottom. There we go. And that's our graphic print background. I often love that black and white detail in a project, and we don't have a lot of that newsprinty style DSP at the moment, so having something where you can create your own is really fun. That's going to go onto the card front, but it's going to have a little layer of Tasty Treats paper behind it. I went with this blue, the Pool Party. It looks like there's a bit of a strip there. I'm going to cut that down my paper trimmer to 10.5 centimetres, which is about an inch, 4 inches, 4 1/4 inch. Those of you playing along in America or Canada. So that just gives that little pop of colour poking out through the side. And for this one I might want to come out just enough so I've got that little bit of detail. Look over there. Maybe like that. So I'll just quickly stick that onto my card base. There we go. That's our graphic strip now stuck down to our card base. The next step is a little decoration. I'm going to quickly give this stamp a clean so that we can use it with the Pool Party ink. Alright, so I've got my stamp, it's all cleaned up. I'm going to pop on some Pool Party ink, and I'm just popping this here, leaving room for my truck in this bit here. I'm going to get my crumb cake and my tasty truck. Mount that on there. So better hope it fits. I'll probably just perfect in there. But because it cuts a little bit close, let's pop that over there. Next time I think it would be ideal if I stamp that one last. Alright, so I'm going to stamp down in crumb cake next to my thank you there. And then I need to stamp this same tasty truck on some shimmer white cardstock, which I've got a packet of here, shimmer white, in Memento. Let's set that aside up in the corner. Put that one up. Like so. Oh, before I close that, if you're going to add any of the other little banners or ice creams or the pretty detail from this stamp set, it's a really good idea to do that now before you do any colouring. The only thing that you don't do is add the wording. So in my sample I've got a "You're the Sweetest" in here. Do that last because I do find that the Memento ink will bleed a little bit. So add the little imagery in places where you're not colouring back over. I have a little banner. I'm going to go across the top. Excuse my head. And I had a cute little ice cream. I thought this was a nice excuse to use an ice cream. One just fits in here. So now to add a little bit of colour. In my supply list for this project, I've used ink pads to add that detail. And I've also got my watercolour pencils. So you could go either way. You can pick up ink off your ink pads, or you can add a little bit of colour using watercolour pencils. So I'm going to do a little bit of colouring now, and I'll speed that up for you so you don't have to see the whole process in slow motion. And then I will show you the next detail with just stamping on the little words, cutting it out and adding it to the top of the design. There we have it, our lovely little truck. I've chosen colours that tie in with the DSP. I often find that the designers at Stampin' Up are really clever and they have some gorgeous colour combinations already. So rather than make life hard for yourself, it's great when you can just stick with the colour ranges that they've gone with. The only thing I did do is because I have a pink watercolour pencil, I've gone with pink as opposed to the redder watermelon wonder. But you could go with any colour combination that suits. Now that it's coloured, and I know I won't be running a blender pen back over it, it's a good time to add any of these extra little wordings. So I had a little "You're the sweetest" sitting in there. A little ice cream off. And I'm popping that on with a little bit of memento, trying to get it in the middle, right in there. Now I'll cut that out. Alright, now that that's fussy cut, the last step is just to attach it with some Stampin' Dimensionals to a project. Alright, so let's get those backings off. Make sure they're all sticky. And sit that in place, just going back over the line. The reason we stamped that crumb cake on before is it means we still get that little line at the bottom. And then we have it, there's our thank you card. So the same principles apply and you can create the enjoy card, and I've flipped the colours because I've got the blue strip in here. I've created the orange band, but in this one I've gone with more blues to match the orange sunshiny DSP in this one. But I wanted to show you, we focus on one product all month. And the reason we do that is so that we can show you lots of different ideas using the exact same products, so that if you decided to buy, you know for sure that you are going to get inspiration using that particular product. But all of the ideas do of course work across different products as well. So I wanted to show you this particular card I've cased using the Beautiful You stamp set. So same principles, I've used one of the Beautiful You sentiments and I've stamped that over and over again in the black. Then I've used a little bit of that Tasty Treats sunshiny paper and done the exact same steps but using this beautiful girl with her umbrella. I've also used that idea again, and this time using, this is still our Sweet Sentiments that's here. That's the, where have we gone, Hoping Your Day is Perfect. And I've matched it this time with one of the Birthday Blossoms. And I've watercoloured that one using pinks, and instead of the Tasty Treats papers, I've gone with just an offcut of pink that I had lying around from probably a million years ago now. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you that while it is that the 5 of us focus on one product to make sure that we're giving you all confidence when you're buying, you know that this item is going to get pulled off the shelf and used, you could also apply the principles and apply the tutorials to any of the products that you've got in your stash, which is what I've done there. So I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. Do jump on and download the PDF if you'd like to have the written instructions or review this at any time. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope that we will see you back again throughout March. I'm really excited about all the fun Easter products and other goodies that we're going to make for you then. All right, thank you. Bye.